I'm glad you can hear me. Good thing. Thank you for letting me know I don't have it muted yet. Thank you. Just 1 second. All right. Let's do this. Good morning. Good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Last Minute Laura Morning Show. As you know, I'm Laura. We get together every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. just to get our day started and to work on some crafty things and to talk about what's going on and just to make our way through life and survive. That's what we're here for. We're here to help each other survive this craziness that is life. So if that sounds like fun, definitely subscribe. We usually talk about handmade stuff, yarn crafts, natural dye, plants and animals, and just general life happenings. But good morning. Rue, good morning. Candace, good morning. And I fear not, but let the trolls beware. Absolutely. Elsie, good morning. Nancy, hello, good morning. Slinky, hello, good morning. Frida, good afternoon. Nice to see you. Mary Grace, good afternoon. Let me see. Click, click. Yeah, you could hear the mouse moving, huh? I have some ramen to munch on. Delightful. Melanie, good morning. Mary Grace, hello. Have I missed anyone? No, I think I've got everyone. You like the shirt, huh? Well, if you're a patron, you're going to see the tutorial on how I bundle dyed, eco-printed this shirt along with a bunch of other fabric. If you are not a patron, that's okay. You'll get the video tomorrow. But tomorrow's video is a natural dye eco-printing experience. I feel like my posture. You still hear two Lauras. Will you hear this, Laura? What about if I unmute that? That's just the microphone for... Nope, I've only got one mic plugged in right now. So for today, what I'm going to be doing is trying to repair Alex's sweater. For some reason, around all of the cuffs, it's come apart, and around the bottom, there's all this weird damage. So I'm going to take some of my Briggs and Little leftover yarn. Oh, excuse me. And I'm just going to do some visible mending. I'm not going to concern myself with trying to hide the mend because I don't have anything of that yarn left. I only have a couple colors left, so he's going to just have to have some weirdly fixed stuff. Okay, I'm back. I found the problem. Okay, good, Frida. Glad you're back. I think I'm going to do the bottom next, along the bottom. Maybe the damage is similar to the damage of your cardigan. No, this looks like the yarn thinned out and like broke. It looks like the loops are coming undone because this one I'm pretty sure it's just from being washed and put in the dryer too many times, which don't wash your wool and put it in the dryer. In case you didn't know, wool doesn't want to go in the dryer, but you know, once in a while that's what happens here, and when that happens, it just puts a lot of stress on the yarn. So to correct for that, I'm just going to try and do a nice border stitch all around the bottom, just a blanket stitch, just in order to strengthen it a bit. It looks like it's different damage. The damage on that other cardigan, I feel like there was water involved just because the yarn has gotten crunchy where the damage is. Here, the yarn is still totally soft, but there's spots where it's like, it's not even at a seam, it's just ripped. So I am going to start at the seam for the first fix. How's everybody else doing this morning? I had a little bit of a rough weekend, and it looks like Things are changing again. Seriously feel like I can't catch a break. Alex and I are going to be moving again as soon as possible because it is not working out here, unfortunately. Seriously, unfortunately. I'm not going to get into the drama of what's going on, but I've got my own drama to deal with, and I think that my assumption for the way things could have gone, I was over optimistic, definitely. I thought, it was gonna be hanging out with my grandpa and us having meals together and telling stories about our family, but I didn't really take into account that my grandpa has been alone for 25 years, and also he is very he's an older gentleman, right? He's very set in his ways, and his ways and my ways are not the same. And even though politically we are on the sharpest opposites, I didn't think that was going to be an issue because we don't have to talk about it. But it didn't turn out to be that. It's just the amount of people in his home has been too much, and the fact that I needed to move stuff out of this room so that I could fit my stuff, it was a bit much, and it came to a head this weekend. And I'm not going to go through the whole story of it because it was very dramatic and upsetting for me, but I don't think that Alex and I are going to be able to make it work, unfortunately, which is so disappointing because I have all kinds of memories with this space and with this person, and I don't think it's the same way that I remember it, And I mean, that's to be expected because as people get older, things get different. And I think that some of those differences they make it difficult to know what the right thing to do is in any situation, and also that the right thing to do in any situation is not the right thing to do in every situation. If me cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner was bad, but then there was no breakfast, lunch, or dinner being eaten, and then there would be complaints to others about how there was no food, so then I would cook, and then I would be told not to, and then there would be a whole thing about how there's no food, and it's just we're at a bit of an impasse at this point where I just don't feel like there's a way for me to know what the right thing to do is in any situation, and I have really, I have a lot of feelings, so when people are mad, they say things that they don't mean that can be really hurtful, and even if they're mad about something that they're not going to be mad about in an hour, I still had to hear the hurtful thing, So I am struggling a little bit with that because I have had a lot of things said that I never would have thought would be said. So I am a little bummed out, I'm not going to lie. Alex and I have already gone and looked at 2 different new houses. Do you know what will happen now? Honestly, it's just, we're just taking one step in front of the other. I haven't cried. I haven't felt emotion. I haven't been able to process any of the shitstorm that we're going through in general, and it just keeps seeming, here's me for my pity party for the morning, it just keeps seeming like everything is punching down. I'm already at a very difficult situation in my life, you know what I mean? This is hard for me. I don't want to ever ask for help. That was not something I ever wanted, but it was offered freely. I didn't ask for a space. It was offered. Come stay here to save money, and once you've saved some money, then go find somewhere, go buy a place because you'll have enough to save. So that's kind of what I thought we were coming into, but I think neither party really understood what it meant to have each other around, and now I'm in this weird limbo where I don't know if I'm supposed to cook food or if I'm supposed to just hide. And like I said, Alex and I looked at 2 houses, apartment houses, yesterday and the day before to see if we could get somewhere. And one of them's okay. It's far away though, like it's farther than I would like, and it's out of our budget. Like, our budget is so low now because we spent a bunch of money to move because it costs money to move. And we thought it didn't matter because we were going to be saving money after that, but now we have to spend that money to move again. And we got rid of all of our furniture because we thought we were going to be here for 6 months. So we have no furniture, and our bed, which we've had for 8 years or something like that, 6, 8 years, when we moved in, we found a big damaged spot on it that Alex had to like reinforce with metal. It's not gonna make it for another move, so we'll literally be moving with no furniture. And it's like 6 months ago I had a whole house and a farm and chickens and a garden and a wedding planning, and everything was happy and everything was easy. And it's like, since the wedding had to be canceled because of a family illness, it's like the universe was like, oh, you're ready for all of it. So it just threw all of the things that it thought I could handle, but it just keeps feeling like I'm just being punched down repeatedly over and over and over again. There is no relief. This is our 3rd week here, and we had one really good week out of all these 3 weeks. Like, it's been really rough. And before these 3 weeks, we were dealing with 1 month of a high stress, because we were planning to move. We didn't want to move. Our house was getting sold, and it was pretty much the only option we had. And yeah, so we're in a bit of a tough spot right now, which is really frustrating because I've just started getting settled into work again, and now I have to, move again. I hate moving, and I'm going to be moving somewhere that I don't even want to move. Like, I didn't want to move here. I don't want to move out again to another place. But my parents don't have space for another person to come live with them, unfortunately, Frida. There's just not room for it. I wish I could help. I wish I could just come to one of you guys and hang out for a little bit. If there's anything we can do to help, please let us know. Like, help me get stuff from Amazon wishlist or something. But, like, I don't even know what I need. Like, we got rid of, like, yeah, Lori, we were told we could stay here for as long as we needed until he was on the other side of the grass. That was the words he used. And I said, oh, that's definitely, will be out way before then. I think 6 months max. And then we decided May. But just the presence of someone in his space it's too much. It's just too much. Having someone ask when they can use the shower is too much. It's like just regular life. He didn't expect it to be as hard as it is for him to adjust to having people here. And it came to a head, and we had to get rid of Peekaboo. My best friend Cassia, she fosters cats. That was a huge point of contention last week out of nowhere, because it wasn't a problem. Like, when we moved in, it wasn't a problem. But it became a problem because things can just change on a whim. So we contacted my best friend who fosters cats, and she's going to watch Peekaboo for us until we can find another place. I'm really sad because it's like, this is the relationship I'm remembering, you know what I mean? And I said that to my mom. I'm like, I feel awful about it because, like, I really love my grandpa, you know? And he's kind of different from how I remember him. And that's not to say that anything he's saying is wrong. I know his opinions are valid and he has his own feelings. It's just tough because, like, we were invited really, really wholeheartedly. We were, like, told, like, no, don't rent a storage unit. That's a waste of money. Bring everything here. Just get rid of your furniture so you don't have anything weighing you down. Because in 6 months you'll save up enough to get yourself new couches and tables, and it made sense. But like all of the tables and lamps and couches and like decor items, they were all chosen. You know what I mean? Like most of them were thrifted, and they were all chosen because I loved them. And it was like I got rid of all of my loved furniture things, and now they're just gone, and I can't get them back, and my bed is not going to make it through the move, so we're going to need a new bed, and we're going to basically be moving into an apartment with just boxes. We won't have any furniture, we won't have any cutlery. I got rid of all of our kitchen dishes and cutlery because I thought we were going to have months. I thought we were going to have time to figure it all out. And now we don't have time. And the whole point was to save money so that we would be closer to buying a house, and I don't think that that's going to happen. Just bear with me. So, it's a bit rough. I feel really sad to be in the situation with my relationship with him. Alex is being a rock star. He's looking for houses every day. He's been driving us around to find these houses. We've been doing budgets together and trying to figure out what we can afford right now. And we can afford something, but we want to be under budget so that we can start to save money, because we're just going to be living on this hamster wheel if we find something that's around what we were paying for before. And if we had just known that this was going to happen, we would have just moved from our first apartment to another apartment, and we would have had all of our furniture and all of our dishes and all of our stuff. We got rid of, I'm going to say, half of our stuff, you guys. Like, I know that, like, oh, your stuff, get over it. It's just stuff. You have your family, you have your love. But everything costs money, and to start over again immediately was not part of my plan. And so we got rid of so much of our stuff. Like, all of our furniture, like our closets, all of our tables, our kitchen table, our chairs, our couches, our comfy chairs, our office chairs. We got rid of everything. It's like we have nothing. And I didn't expect to be in this situation, literally starting over. When I was interpreting I was thinking through winter we were going to be here, and it was going to be awesome, and I was going to cook every day, and I was going to get stories about my grandma every day. But he's so set in his ways, and he only has a few things that he wants to talk about. And honestly, for me, they're very heavy topics that he wants to talk about. So it just drains me. And I try to redirect to nice things, but I just can't. I can't redirect from the things he wants to talk about. And so then I have to leave a conversation feeling bad. And I am definitely not feeling awesome. So excuse my tears, but when I'm thinking about it, it's making me upset. Let me see what you guys are saying. Laura, update your Amazon list. I don't even know what I would put on it for you to. I don't even know what I need. I just feel like I'm floating. Okay, now I'm crying. I'm sorry. Read Frida and Rue. It's okay, Laura. It's gonna be okay. Sending you lots of love. I had to get rid of my cat. I had to get rid of my pet. And it was done in such a cold way. Like, it was so harsh. Like, I love Peekaboo. It's not like she's just an animal. She's my family, you know? Don't feel bad about missing stuff. This is very emotional and hard. It really is. I had to quickly move away from a toxic situation. I started from scratch and it was incredibly expensive since I had almost nothing with me. It's so hard right now, totally. Please don't think that way we understand what you're saying. Marshall, thanks. She's only temporary for the cat. She'll be okay. I know, and she's in the best home that she can be. My best friend Cassia fosters cats, like, fairly regularly, so she has a second bedroom that's already outfitted for a new cat to come join. She's got 2 cats of her own. So Peekaboo will be happy and safe. I'm not worried about her safety. I'm not worried. I'm hurt by the fact that this wasn't discussed as a problem, and then within hours of hearing that it was not okay, I had to have her out. Like, go, take her to the SPCA. And I was like, she's my pet. And that ended in a yelling match somehow, because I was unwilling to disconnect from an animal, and that is what's going to hold me back in life. It was just, I don't know where it came from, but it was hurtful, and it wasn't the way I remember him. So I'm feeling really, feeling overwhelmed, and I'm feeling totally not ready. It is shocking, Rebecca. It's completely shocking. I'll be right back. I need to get a tissue. Thank you for your hugs, everybody. I'm really sorry to be such a downer. This is what's happening right now. And nobody else knows what we can do. Yeah, I think there's a little bit more to it than that, Lori. I think that his decline in health wasn't super noticeable until someone was there every day. So I think the part that's hard is that I can't respond in a way that I would to anyone normally, because I don't think that he really is who I know. I've just never been spoken to in some of the ways I've been spoken to in the last few days. Thunder! Come here, Thunder! Come here! Lie down. Lie down. Lie down. There's a whole ocean in the way. If someone told me to get rid of my cat. Hi. Is someone here? Okay. If someone asked me to get rid of my cat and that I wouldn't go anywhere in life, being attached to physical things and other beings, that goes against everything I believe in too. Yeah. It's hard. And Alex and I are holding in there as tough as we can, truly. We're trying. But, like, this was so unexpected. Can your mother mediate in some way? Yes and no. His personality is very abrasive. So it's really difficult for anyone to handle this. But yeah, I'm sure my mom will mediate. She's obviously aware of everything that's going on because I can't handle this alone. Moved in and started getting dementia, turned very nasty. Slinky, that's pretty much what's going on for me. Because, yeah, there's... Sorry. Yeah, I've talked to my mom. I just think it's difficult because everybody's going through this loss. It's just I'm going through it within a direct line. I think that it's scary for everybody this time. So yes, I've talked to her. I talk to her every day because I was the one who was trying to help when he wasn't eating the things that I cooked. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to cook to make sure that he would have something to eat. And I don't know, it's just like not what I expected. I didn't expect for him to be any different than how I remembered. And I'm sad to see that he's different than I remembered. Which is to be expected, I know, but I guess I didn't know how it was gonna go. I just assumed, I thought about, like, what's the best case scenario? We could be eating baked goods that my mom brings over and, like, watching old movies or listening to old radio programs or telling stories about my grandma and my mom and my family as a kid. He could tell me stories about all his travels and I could go find whatever artifact he wants to talk about. I thought I could redo his garden and keep the house really nice and clean. And I vacuum. I thought that I could go above and beyond and make it okay. So everyone agrees he's being out of character. Yes. And no one was expecting it. So I don't, it's, yeah, it's that. And that's the other sad part about it is, like, I don't want that. I don't want that to be where he's headed already. He's such a good storyteller. But now I'm just feeling really overwhelmed again. And really scared. I don't want to move again. I didn't want to move here. But if I knew I was going to have to move out after 3 weeks, I would have just skipped it and gone straight to a new apartment, and it wouldn't have been, like, it cost us like $300 or $400 to move, to rent a moving truck, to take our loads to the dump that we had to take to the dump, to pack everything up, for Alex to take time off work. Like, it costs money for those things. Like, it's not just a free thing to go from one location to another. And we got rid of, this is what I'm feeling super bad about it. Getting rid of all of our lamps and all of our tables and all of our chairs and all of our furniture. I was thinking, like, I was sad while we were doing it. But I thought this is what makes the most sense for us right now. And it didn't make the most sense. We should have just moved straight into another apartment. And then we would have all of our, like, we're gonna move into our next place and we're just gonna be, like, on a mattress on the floor. Like, I really thought this, what I was at, regardless of how happy I can appear, I thought this was my rock bottom. I really did. I thought we were, like, I can't believe we were gonna need help from family. This is not what I planned for myself. And, there's a lower rock bottom, which is so frustrating. And it puts us back even more money than when we would have been just moving from A to B, because by moving here first, like I said, we got rid of all of our stuff. So now when we move, like, we need furniture again, like things that, you know, things that you don't think about buying because you buy them one at a time, spaced out. We're gonna have to buy a bunch of them all at once. It seriously feels, honestly, Frida, like, what did I do? What God did I offend? I've been punched down over and over since, like, July. It just hasn't stopped. I apologize for being so emotional right now. I'm not looking for sympathy, but I really, oh my god, are you serious? Like, this is what I'm happening right now? Cats, not that this helps. There's got to be a bigger picture for you coming. There has to. It can't keep going. At least, you know that it isn't your fault anyway. Things are just getting blown after you one after another. Yeah. It's gonna be okay. Maybe a new opportunity will open up that hasn't been available otherwise, like a partially furnished place or something. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. It's not your fault. Thanks, Frida. The frustrating thing is, like, I know that, but it doesn't change anything for me. Even if it's not my fault, this situation, it's not my fault, you know? It's my life, and for my life to have gone the way that it went, that is my fault. So I keep looking at it like, which decision did I make that put me here? And there's so many, because every decision you make affects everything else. It's just really overwhelming, and I feel like I don't really have any help from anybody else. Obviously, like, I'm not talking Alex. Alex is me when I say this. We don't have really help from anyone else because no one else wants to touch it, because it's a really touchy time. The realizations that are coming it's really touchy. Nobody wants to be the one who has to deal with it, if you can catch my drift. It's just, I've overheard the way that the story is told from the other end, and it makes me look like I do nothing, and like I am inconsiderate, and I feel very overwhelmed because I know that's not true. Like, I do all of the cleaning and all of the cooking and all of the dishes, and, like, I make sure he has his pills. I vacuum his space every other day. The cat stays exclusively downstairs. The dog, it's just a lot. It's just, I don't know which thing was the thing that went wrong, but it doesn't matter because it feels crappy anyway. I think it's time to take sides, at least in front of you. I don't think that's gonna happen. Really. And many great things you've created, your whole YouTube emporium. The only Lord, the only God, our Father in heaven, and he loves you and wants only good for you, dear one. Well, he's definitely putting me through the ringer to teach me some kind of lesson. Just gotta, figure the lesson. He will deliver you from this. Keep strong and ask to guide your steps. I know it's hard to see the stars through the clouds, but this too shall pass. It has to, because I'm not dying. This won't be the thing that finishes me. It's just something that's like, I just didn't need an extra hard thing, you know? Yes, I said emporium. I appreciate that. I like to think of it as an emporium as well, Frida. Anyway, my life is back to being in shambles. We thought it was going to be calmed down for a few weeks, few months. Not really. No calm time for me. Good morning, Renata. Not everything in life is your fault. It's your responsibility, though, and you can control this now and the future. Yeah. That's what I've been doing for the last couple of days and the weekend since this blowout happened. I literally didn't make any sense. Like, we came home from a walk with the dog and things were different. So, since this happened, I have been trying to note all of the things that I do have control over, because I do have control over some things in my life. I have control over how I react to this, how I let this define me or not define me, and I think I'm gonna not let this define me. It's just like, it's not that I don't think we can handle it, it's that I just didn't want to handle it right now. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Lori, I don't disagree with you. I think there was a kind of a breaking point where there was a realization that more help was needed than previously thought. Like, I don't think that he was ready to accept that he needs more help. But in my absence, it'll still be needed. I just like unpacked half my shit already. You know what I mean? I've got to pack it all back up. Maybe try going on lots of outings and spend more time out of the house, yeah. That's a good idea. Grieving the grandpa you knew, honestly. It's scary, because it's like, when we were invited to come, it was so not a big deal. It was so hopeful and friendly, and it felt like there was nothing that could go wrong. Obviously, like I said, the whole time I knew there would be challenges. Yeah. Lori, that's what it feels like to me, is that nobody wants to deal with what's happening. The problem is, even though I can see that it's not entirely the person that I knew, the words are still pointed, and the words are still based in reality, and they hurt just as much as if it was somebody whose opinion really mattered to me, you know? He's oblivious to what's going on, just chilling out, totally. And I agree, it might have set a different course for him, Lori, us being here. If you're made to feel safe and it's taken away, it seems like nothing can feel safe or trusted right now. Yeah, literally. I thought that's what this was somewhere we could rest our head while we built our plan, our next plan, and now it feels like completely like I'm tiptoeing around. And I still don't know, like, it's really hard. I just gotta say, it's really hard. And it's really hard because I don't want to, like, blast him, because he's still my grandpa. It's just, it's not the way that I remember him. It's a struggle right now. And so Alex and I and Thunder and Peekaboo are probably going to have to move into a small apartment with no yard. And that sounds like, oh, whoa, poor me. We were so spoiled by that farm. We were just so spoiled by it. And I don't think that that's a realistic expectation for the foreseeable future for us. We're probably going to be in, like, the main floor of a house or the second floor of a house. And I know we can live in a one-bedroom house. I know we can. We've done it before. But wow. It's not a situation that I would wish for any of you, and it's not a situation that I wish for me. But here we are. Morning scrappy. Not so much different, but sped up a bit or made noticeable. Hold on. Made you feel safe. Yep. Of course it hurts. Yep. Not so much a different, but sped it up a bit more or made it more noticeable. Yeah. Frida, you can make any space cozy. Yeah. Renata, Laura, I'm so sorry. I have similar issues with my dad living together, sending tons of love. Thanks, Renata. Sorry I'm emotional. I'm just emotional. It's just, it wasn't my plan. I didn't have this. You had evolved your life and it was just taken from you. It's okay to feel however you're feeling. Well, I'm feeling bad. And I keep being reminded by those around me, obviously not Alex, that everything we did up till now, like living on the farm, that was not not real life. We were just living in a fantasy land, and I was like, no, that was real life. We were overextending ourselves, but that doesn't make it not real life. And it's like, well, it's not real life. You didn't own the house, but you were acting like you owned the house. And I was like, no, we were renting the house and we were living in it. And the funny thing is, to find a house now where we get one floor of, like, the upper stairs floor of a house anywhere near where we live, it costs the same as what we were paying at the farm, so we're really in a position where we're not even going to save money if we move. And we have no furniture. We have no furniture. It's not great. What? That was your real life? Can you believe it? We weren't just pretending. The last 10 years of our lives where we've been renting apartments, that was all fake. That's just made up time. Oh no, you got rid of all of your furniture? Yes, because we thought for 6 months we would be here and then we would be in a different situation financially where we would be able to get into our new place and buy some new furniture. But no, now we are moving into a new place whenever we find one, and we will have no furniture, and we will have no dishes or cutlery because I donated all of those things because I thought by the time we move out, this is just a waste to store it because we won't need it the whole time we're living there, which is going to be 6 months, maybe even a year if we can. So we'll buy new cutlery and plates when we leave. I just feel like the rug got pulled out from under me, you know? Is there something you can set up on your Patreon, like a separate fund we can give to? I don't know. I'll look. I don't want to ask for money. The whole thing just feels so gross, and it feels so like just one thing after another, after another, after another. And I know there are things I can control. I know there are things I can be positive about. I know there's work I can do. I know that I can look for the good, and I know the good is there, but it's very not great. Can you go work a temp job to get quick money? Yes, yeah, that's a possibility too. Someone has a chair, someone else has cutlery. You can put some of those things on your Amazon wish list. Frida, I suppose you're right. There's probably some extra things around the family. It's okay to be emotional. I only wish we could help. Yeah, well, you are helping just by listening because this is just tough. It's not a situation I wanted for myself. Not a situation I had planned for. Obviously. Anyway. Yeah, all options are going to need to be explored for sure. How to make this work. How to figure it out and succeed. Just sad because I thought I was going to have like this awesome, I don't know, last relationship with my grandpa. Like I'm the only grandkid who's going to have lived with him. I thought we were going to have like some fun. I don't want to make you rehash everything, but was there a big fight or did you guys decide this was not a place for you to live? Well, it wasn't a fight per se, it was more of an attack. I didn't react because I don't have any power here, so there is no fighting from me because I don't feel that I have any place to fight. But no, there wasn't a fight. There was something. And it wasn't good. It's great, Laura. I'm glad someone is close. Can you on Amazon make a list of things you need kittens? I'd be happy to help that way. I'm sure others would also. Thank you, cats. And yes, I will. Thank you. I'm sorry, that's tough. It's definitely not what I was hoping for the next few weeks, let alone the next few months. I'm feeling just very uncomfortable now and anxious and just sad. We think that, Rue, thanks, Rue. But like, can you imagine? I collected all of my lamps and tables and things like that. I collected them from thrift stores. So I got all of my things piece by piece. Things that I loved. Things that I picked because I loved them. I know there's solutions. I'm just currently in this situation where I'm like, what the fuck? This was not part of the plan. My mom didn't even believe it. Well, I didn't know that there was anything else going on. I just thought I was moving in with my grandpa. But there's way more going on than I understood or that was communicated to me by anyone else. I was just told, oh, you know, it'll be difficult. No one explained that, like, I don't know. It's different now. It's different than it used to be. And it's, you never know what you're gonna get, which is not great. Aw, thanks, Chiquita. Thank you very much. A calming cup of tea. I'm gonna go out today and I'm gonna have a calming cup of tea. Thank you very much. That was a very sweet thing to do. Anyway, again, I know it's gonna be okay. I know we're gonna get through it. It's just not something I wanted to get through, you know? Not something. It was not. We're already having a hard time. Like, we're already having a hard time. This was not an additional. We didn't plan for an additional hard time. You know what I mean? But life comes at you whenever it feels like it. Yeah, it'll be okay because it's the only option, but it's okay to be sad and grieve and over what's happened. Yeah, it's going to be okay exactly because that's the only option, but I am sad that this plan that I thought was such a good plan didn't work at all. So that's where we're at now. So I may not be able to have a garden next year, which is a separate sadness. But I don't know. How are you guys going? Laura, this will strengthen your relationship. Laura, this will strengthen your relationship for sure. Alex sounds like a really fine man. No, my relationship with Alex is rock solid right now. We are completely on one front against everything that's going on. Alex is always my rock. He's always a rock star. And I'm his. And we talk about our plans and our options every day. And I know we'll get through this. It's just like, come on, I just literally just needed a break. We just needed somewhere to take a break while we figured out the next step. And it's like I haven't had time to take that break yet. As soon as I started to feel comfortable here, we're out. So it's like I won't feel calm again. It might not be a month until I can just have a good sleep, you know? Furniture from my last move in at my grandfather heading to Toronto tomorrow. Melanie, you're a sweet human being. I don't think I'm emotionally ready to handle anything right now. So even though I really do appreciate your offer, I don't have anywhere to put it. I don't have anywhere to put it, and I don't even know where it's going to go yet because we haven't found a place. We went and saw a few places yesterday. One of them was okay. No storage, so that's great. But it was a 2-bedroom, so it might work out. I really thought this would be great. I feel so bad I was wrong. I did too, though, Dawn. I really did. I thought it was going to have... like, I told you guys right from the beginning, I thought it was going to be difficult. Like, struggles were coming. I know that. Because we're two different people living in a new space. But I didn't anticipate the way that it actually went. It wasn't even on my radar. I didn't think the cat would be a problem because she wasn't. And then suddenly she was a big problem. Like, out today. Take her today out of this house. So that was a problem I didn't foresee. Okay, repaired. And then having that accumulate in an altogether move out was not what I thought. Laura, start getting a few things and take people up on these offers and ask your parents if you can store things there for the time being or get a little storage unit. Yeah. Thanks, cats. Appreciate that. And Scrappy, yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. We're just going to have to start over. It's just hard. I know all of the things I'm going to have to do. I know that, and I know we're going to do them. I know we're going to make it through. But she wasn't even leaving your floor, right? No, she hadn't even left our floor. But it was about what cats do. Cats they cause problems, you know? I don't know, but this was the point made. I live in Toronto, and whenever you're in need of furniture, I also love searching for deals. Awesome, thank you, Laura. Of course it's hard, and it's okay that it's hard, we understand. I appreciate that. Chiquita, maybe you can have a live fundraiser and sell things you've made. We'll support you. Guys, you're all really good people. I really, really appreciate it, so thank you. What is a word for way oversimplified in terms of an argument? What is a word for way oversimplified in terms of an argument? What do you mean? But there are always two sides. Yeah, Clara, you're right. And I'm not saying his isn't valid, you know? He's had this house alone for 25 years. And he's going through the struggles of aging, and he's not the same person that he used to be, so that's probably struggles too. I know there's two sides. It's just my side is actively financially and emotionally affected by the decisions, as opposed to his side that is still secure in his lifelong home. So it's just a little bit hard for me. I do have sympathy for the fact that he's definitely going through his own journey. I know he's his own person, and it's definitely got to be hard to have people in your space. It's just, I just feel like it was a bit of a rug pull for me, where I didn't think this was an option. How long did he give you to move? No time. As soon as we can find a place. As soon as we can get out. No time at all. So I'm guessing for December 1st. Are you kidding me? No. Yeah. I think that it's also there's a part of it that's like I'm not often called my correct name. I'm often called like my mother's or my aunt's name. So I think there might be a bit of reverting to being the parent in the house. You know? Okay, well, I'll play the assholes here and say that's super shitty. Yeah, it's definitely super shitty. As someone who's not big on animals, it's hard to understand your attachment. But I know people love their animals. I assume it's not easy to just let them go. Well, Lebo, we have a friend who could foster her. And yes, Frida. And so she's with someone else who will take really good care of her, exactly how I would take care of her. So I'm not feeling too worried about Peekaboo now. It wasn't a problem though. Like it was totally chill at the beginning, and then it suddenly was not, and it needed to change that day. It needed to get out now. So like literally that day, I went downstairs, called my friend, and said, "Can you foster our cat today?" And she was like, "Yep." So we brought her over that day. No. This was after the cat. We took the cat out, got the cat to a new home for now, and it was after that. It was like a whole other random thing. For a new Slinky, thank you so much for a new pretty lamp. Thank you. You guys don't have to do that. Honestly, I'm overwhelmed right now, but thank you. That's very sweet of you to do. I'm just overwhelmed. I don't need you guys to like literally worry for me because I'm gonna be just fine. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just overwhelmed. Could you stay with your parents or temporarily sublet so you don't need to stay in the awkward situation? We have been doing that. We went and saw 2 places yesterday. We almost signed a lease on one of them, but then we were like, let's take at least a couple more days to look before we just jump on a place, because this place was way far away from where we want to live, which again we're gonna handle if that's what we have to do, but we wanted to see if there was anything in our area. Right now you're feeling overwhelmed. It's understandable. We all care about you. Thank you, Michelle. We'll do whatever we can to help. You don't have a lot of time, but what you're doing is needed in this safe space. Yeah, I would have already packed up my crap and been driving around looking for a place. Well, we have been. We've driven as far as 45 minutes away from here and as close as a place just down the street, but they're the same price as our previous home, which we were living right on the edge. Like we were living paycheck to paycheck in order to live at that farm. So the whole plan was to come here and then save up enough money to live somewhere not paycheck to paycheck. So it's just frustrating because it's like it feels like it's putting us backwards, and it puts us backwards even more because again it costs money to move, and we already paid money to move, and now we have to pay money to move again, and we have to buy all of our new furniture, and we have to it's just not great. It's just not great. You bring so much joy to me with your streams and your videos talking about being a fairy, just paying it forward. I appreciate that. I really do. Honestly, I appreciate just having you guys to talk to about this, because like, I don't want to make my mom feel bad because she feels horrible about all of this. And when I talk to my sisters, it's usually only solutions based. And sometimes I just need to be sad, you know? Please forgive me. Dawn, you are not in any way at fault. I wish I was close enough to help. I wish so too. It really is, Frida. I loathe moving. It's crappy and it's expensive just to have a home. Well, it's crappy that it costs money to go to the new home. It's not just like we're going to be paying rent. We have to pay for a moving truck again. You know what I mean? We have to like do a whole day of packing and unpacking, and then it's going to take us weeks to unpack and to feel safe and at home. And now we need to buy a new bed because our bed won't make it through another move. When we put it together here, we were like, oh well, that's the last time that bed's going to be able to be put together and taken apart. It's like an old IKEA bed. I think that it's hard for everybody to talk about Sid. Like, I don't think it's, as far as I know, as far as I'm saying, when my parents are in the same position, there will be way more communication about the ability to do things. I wish you an apartment where you could save a little money. Yeah, Scrappy, that's what we're thinking. Because it's hot and cold. But Frida, I hope that too. I hope we can find a place that can save us a little money so that we can pay off our credit, so that we can save money to buy a house if that's what we want to do. It's just so overwhelming, you know? It's not that it's it's not life ending. No, Frida, not at all. Literally not at all. Like, not at all. Alex's sweater looks like it's coming out lovely. Thanks. Well, hopefully it won't break for a little while now. But Frida, no, absolutely not. Being here for 3 weeks has shown me that absolutely not. There is significant help required that is denied. I know YouTube takes a lot of the money when we give it through here. Do you have a PayPal or something we can send as a friend and you can get to keep it for everyone who can give? Marshall, that's very sweet of you, and actually, yes, I do. It's in the description of this video, but thank you for mentioning that, and thanks. I have a link in the description. You guys are a very supportive community. I'm really glad to have you. I feel gross that I have to share this side. Yeah, Frida. Denied from him. Oh man, that's hard, to be honest. Probably for the best that you're getting everything out. I know it sounds cold, but it would be left on you to deal with everything because you're there. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like you're going to help because no one wants to confront the situation. Well, I think that that's, this thing that's going on now has kind of awoken everybody involved. Because no one thought this was going to happen. Like, no one thought this was going to happen. It wasn't on anybody's radar. So I think that this might be a precursor to, I don't know, enforced assistance. You are loved. I love you and cherish this group too. Thanks, Dawn. I love and cherish this group also. I don't know, like, I just want you guys to know where my heart's coming from, though. It's not, I'm not from a place of bitterness. I'm, like, sad because it's, like, things have changed so much that I didn't even notice. And now I thought this was going to be a fun, difficult, but a fun last hurrah with an elder, you know? Something where I would get a lot of new information about people in my family and where I would learn, and it just doesn't seem like that was ever going to happen. Celestis. You're doing the best you can. You're only human. It's okay to cry and feel sad. Your feelings aren't wrong or bad. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Thanks. Please don't feel that way. We all go through things, and it's life, and we're human. I was a caregiver for my grandmother-in-law that had dementia. I could tell you it's so hard. She's kind to me, but I watched her go hot and cold to her kids. Yeah, my Nana was like that when she was still alive and she had Alzheimer's. She was hot and cold, but it was hard. But I don't think that emotionally Laura is one who can handle that kind of hot and cold. I think I need some serious stability to feel safe. And I've had this vicious anxiety heart thing going on now for what seems like a very long time, longer than I'm comfortable with. And now I have panic attack pills, which is why I'm not full on freaking out. But seriously a bummer. No, Chiquette, there isn't. There isn't. There is no one else. Anyone who could have helped is dead already. So, nope. I am the way that I am now. Alright, Alex's sweater has been mended. The sleeves, the cuffs were starting to wear out, so I just mended the cuffs. I wish I had some thick yarn that I could just redo a couple of rows. But at least for now, it's fixed. I think I'll wear it because I'm feeling sad. The purple looks nice with the navy. It's the only color I had left in that yarn. I don't think you saw the part I wrote. Okay, let me see. Unless you are fully capable of handling it and able to legally make decisions, that you make your mom fully aware of what you saw and run. Yeah. That's what's happening. I love that sweater. Thanks, Marshall. We had to find a place that took 2 dogs, 2 cats, and also put the house back up for sale. I would feel bad if you didn't share your sorrow. Well, here I am, in my sorrow. It's not even sorrow, it's like numb sadness. It's just like, I can laugh, and it turns into crying. You know? It's not... Did you guys think this would happen? Did you even have an idea that this would happen? Because I didn't have an idea. We had to find a place that took 2 dogs and 2 cats and also put the house back up for sale. You're moving as well, Lori? Downsizing? Or is this in the past? You have to for your own sanity. Yes. Sending you love from from Winnipeg. Hey, Lil Brat. Thanks for coming in. Not like this. I anticipated butting heads over living styles, but nothing like this. Yeah, me too. Butting heads I was totally comfortable with. Like, it's not a big deal to have differences of opinion. But, I don't know. Here we are. Not great. No, this was in the past. I explained it. Oh, I missed it. Let me scroll back up. When I first moved in with hubby, we moved into his home that he had owned with his ex. We were going to buy it from her, but after we moved, she freaked and demanded she move back in and we sell the house. It's not great. We had to find a place that took 2 dogs, 2 cats, and also put the house back up for sale. I actually was worried about this because I've seen this type of thing before. I haven't seen this kind of thing before. I thought this was going to be a difficult but net positive. Like, I was looking at it like it's going to be hard, but after it's over, I will be happy it happened. Whereas the point that I'm at right now, I'm not even happy it happened because it was just a waste of time and money. Literally, it was just a waste of time and money. Because we spent money to move, and we took time, and now we might as well have just moved from our previous apartment. Like, it would have just made more sense for us to just move from the previous apartment to the next apartment. this hop, jump, skip, all it did was get rid of all of our furniture, deteriorate my mental health. Anyway, it's just not a scenario I had intended to find myself in at all. At all. I don't remember what size hook I used for this. Probably the 4. The Lord was surprised. So it's surprised that you were okay living in such a big house at his age. Yeah, well, he doesn't use this downstairs level at all. He hasn't come down here in years. So it seemed like a good idea, because he can't walk, he can't do stairs. He can do a few stairs. But yeah, so we all thought that, well, since he's not using the space, what could the problem be? People in his kitchen was a problem, so we moved all of our stuff to the laundry room. 1, 2, 3, because the laundry room has a sink and some pantry space. We put all of our dried goods in the laundry room to stay out of the way. And then we were only using the kitchen to cook hot meals, and we are eating our breakfast downstairs. We're working all day downstairs. We go up 3 times a day to take the dog for a walk. It's just rough. Like, I thought I was trying my best to be the least invasive person, you know? It's like quiet support for me. That's how it feels anyway. It's like quiet support for me. But nothing that I can do anything with, you know? Yeah, they definitely do. Didn't really think this would happen because he was there by himself, and I hate being in my house alone. Just went to college and through the house myself, lonely. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Scrappy, that there needs to be action taken. I just think that there's this disconnect between how he is now and how he was when he was their parent. And I think that there's like a difficulty for them being like, we have to enforce things on someone who used to enforce things on us, you know? Yeah, I agree. I agree that it's not mine though, you know what I mean? It's not my fight, it's not my parent. Like, my siblings and I have talked about all this stuff, and I have talked about this stuff to who it concerns, and it's not mine. Like, I'm not enforcing the things that need to be enforced because I'm not the person whose job that is. She wanted to do that with her mother. And it looks like it's really hard, but I'm not strong enough to do it. And not just that, it's not my job. Please feel welcome to join in lots of lives, watch tutorials, videos, as there's so many of us who would love to and be willing to help. Yeah, normally it's not like this. Lil Brat, it's been pretty positive lately, because I've been trying to be super optimistic. Generally, I'm an optimistic person. I'm just a very overwhelmed optimistic person in a not optimistic situation. Yeah, it isn't easy. We had to do it with my mom and stepdad, and they were not happy, but we were lucky my sister could build an in-law apartment for them. Well, that's, like, convenient. That's not an option in any of the kids. Yeah. It's been a shit year, Laura. You're not alone. Thanks, Sid. And seriously, 2021, a year I'm happy to leave behind. But you know what's a bummer? I had such a good spring. From like April, May, June, all the way till early July. I was living on cloud 9. Everything was fine. And then it all just began to fall down. It all began to crash. And now we're here. I thought that this was the rock bottom. I thought having to move in here and, you know, hold out for winter, I thought that was my rock bottom, but it turns out my rock bottom is being kicked out of my rock bottom. So we shall see. July really is the turning point, right? I had some dramatic changes in July too. For me, it was the turning point. Gosh, I just feel so like I want to crawl into my bed and just disappear. But that is depression, so I'm going to try not to. Looks like that trend continues. Yeah. The trend is continuing. Hopefully the next place that we find, that we move into, we can calm down and rest for a little while. I already unpacked half my shit. Just repacking so much stuff. I hate this. I'm sorry to hear Scrappy. Oh, what's going on? I know it won't be forever, but with my mom, once she comes off chemo, she should be back. But she's 76, so I can't ever trust she's going to be okay if I don't check on her every day. Yeah. June here too, yeah. I usually knit, but since the pandemic, I've decided to challenge myself to learn crochet as well. Little brat, you definitely should learn crochet because it's a lot of fun. What can we talk about that isn't how my life is literally in the gutter? Is there any positivity going on in any of your lives? Did anyone get a puppy or a kitten or anything? Need to get out of there and settle down somewhere else. Yeah, I know. I'm trying. Oh, by the way, patrons, you have access today to a new tutorial video. For everybody else, it comes out tomorrow at 9 a.m. But for patrons, it's already live. I don't know the laws, but there needs to be help and unable to care for his basic needs. And you can request help for a medical and mental review to see if you need someone. Yeah, the thing there is that he is very... I don't know that that's an option. You got all your Christmas shopping done? Wow. Good job. That is good news. Lori, I'm gonna wanted to come home so bad yesterday and beg my mom to get a new dog. I'll be watching my friend's bunny soon. That's exciting. I'm ready for the pupper love. I got all my Christmas shopping done. Wow. No puppy, but for me, but dog trainer is getting one. So I will get to play with it. My dog trainer is getting a puppy. Oh, cool. That's awesome. No new pets, but my guinea pigs are being super cute today. A year ago, I got my cat Whiskey. She's a turd, but she's loved very much. Yeah, it's been almost a year since we got Peekaboo. Right? Yeah, it's almost a year now since we got Peekaboo. Luckily, my friend Cassia is like the best cat mom. And she does everything right for cats. Like she has Peekaboo separated in a bedroom. Her cats are obviously fully vaccinated because she's a cat foster often. And she does the whole like wait a week and then let the animals sniff each other. Like she's gonna make sure Peekaboo is in a really good situation until we can take her back into our next apartment. Everyone spam the Discord so Laura has cute things to look at. Yes, please, spam the Discord with your beautiful and cute things. I could use a nice smile. Yes, it's been a year. She came out around so fast, right? You brought her in December. In December. It's been a year. It was December 28th, I think, when we brought her in for the first time. I'm glad she's in a safe home. Me too. And I love her very much, so I'm glad that she's in a foster home where my best friend is fostering her, so it's not like I have to worry about not getting her back. I don't know. Their nicknames are Lazy and Stupid. It's funny. Family friends cats. Peekaboo's nicknames are Pika and Pika Pika and Pikachu. Yeah, because you can go visit her. Exactly, it's a friend that I see pretty often. Do most apartments in your area allow pets? Because they don't around me. Most won't allow any pets. Oh, here it's not a big deal. It's not legally part of the Landlord-Tenant Act, so even if they say no pets, legally you're allowed to bring your pets. But most places don't say no pets. And even if they say no pets, when you say I have a cat and a dog, they say okay. I've never been rejected ever because of pets. I mean, this is the first time we looked at a place. The two first places we looked at, one in Hamilton and one in St. Catharines, the first two places were both fine with pets. So, hasn't been an issue for me. Well, today we're celebrating Whiskey finding her forever home with us. She's brought us so much laughter and joy since she arrived. That's awesome. That makes me happy. Whiskey's a cute name for a cat. Whiskey, like whiskers. Gosh, I love all the cute little old-fashioned names for cats too, you know, like Boots and Mittens and Cupcake, or you know what I mean, Oreo, just like names that are like cute little things. Hey there, Aditi. Thank you for your compliment. Don't forget to like the video as you come in, if you wouldn't mind. F my life right now, for real though. Like, I know the choices you make bring you to where you are, but seriously, not the plan, not the plan. Whiskers was my cat, well, really my brother's, but she was ours when we were a teen. God, I loved that bratty cat. My favorite cat names are either really silly or incredibly formal. Incredibly formal is also good. Whiskey is a black cat with lots of spunk and attitude. Cute. Like a cat named Microwave, or a cat named Bartholomew. Yes, a cat named Fish, or a cat named Theodore. Totally, I know what you mean. Like, incredibly formal, or just a word that means nothing, like microwave. Or potato. This is my cat Potato. Over there is Bartholomew II. It would be funny. Microwave is a great name. Our cousin has a dog named D.O.G. Do they call him D.O.G. or do they call him Dog? I would name it Tater. Tater. This is Potato, but we call him Tater. This is Canned Potato, but we call him Channing Tater. Trying my best. My friend has a dog named Squirrel. That's funny. My son named a fish Potato. That's funny too. D.O.G. I didn't realize it spelled dog until years later. D.O.G. You thought it was like the name was D.O.G.? Rogue is Tellybelly. Why? No clue. Because she's a Tellybelly. She's got a little belly that needs to be rubbed. Potato is the perfect name for a fish. My mom named her cat Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse the cat, but of course. I don't know, I think Boots and Mittens are both. Like, if I had barn cats, I would love to have a barn cat named Boots and a barn cat named Mittens. I like food names for cats, like Melon or Kiwi. That's cute too. Check Discord. My kitties with catnip ball I crocheted for them over the weekend. Let's have a look. If you'd like to join the Discord, by the way, join the Patreon. The link is in the description below. And you can get access to the Discord page so you can share with us all the stuff. Sorry, I got distracted. You get access to the Discord where you can share what's going on. Oh, babies. Look at the little pretty blondie orange one with the little tongue. Oh, your kitties are cute. Look how happy they are to play with their toys. Nice yarn also. Thank you for sharing. My sister had a cat named Gato, which is cat in Portuguese. Oh, that's funny. Dog backwards. God. This is my dog named God. Come here, God. Oh my God, what did you do? Can you imagine? I'm gonna post a pic of him. I'm ready. My first cat was Mickey, named after Mickey Mouse. Dog backwards. I'm gonna post a pic. Big is the gray one and Little is orange. Those are their names, Big and Little. That's cute. My dad has a cat named Little Guy. We named him Scout because we thought Scout was a cute name, but my dad just calls him Little Guy. The Little Guy and Little Guy. I just had a nap and I feel better. I had a bad night. I had a medicated night. I slept through the night because I needed to. My first dog was named Killer, not because he was dangerous, because he was so handsome and killed the girls. What kind of dog was your first dog, Chiquita? A Little Guy. Yeah, he just won't call him Scout. And if he's referring to him, he's the little guy. The little guy. I saw the little guy eating a mouse. Oh, there he is. Hey, little guy. It's so funny because this cat is so social with my mom and dad. Like when my mom is pruning the grapevines, the cat will climb up on the fence onto a grapevine that can hold his weight and just lie down there, close to my mom wherever she's pruning. And she can pet him and snuggle him. If anyone else comes anywhere near, he bolts and disappears. My dog trainer's dog is named Wicked. Wicked. Come here, Wicked. He looks wicked awesome. Oh, with a Boston accent, too. Does he call him Wicked Awesome? That would make me laugh. Chiquita, a poodle, white. A white poodle named Killer? That's funny. A handsome white poodle, of course. Although I will say, we've had white poodles before growing up. Don't you just hate the tear stains on those guys? You have to, like, have a special product, and you have to do soap and water every couple of days just so that their eyeballs don't have dark, slimy tear stains. Actually, she calls him Wick. Aw, Wick is cute. Wicked is also cute. What kind of dog is Wicked? Also, my bangs in that photo should give you a giggle. Okay, I'm ready. Aww, just a little kid. Look at that pretty kitty. Little Mickey Mouse. He looks like he's got a fluffy tail, too. Cats are so cool. A red golden retriever named Wick. That's cool. Red golden retrievers are also really cool. I like Irish setters because they're like really red. Beautiful. I'm thinking the dirt would show too much on a white dog. Less than you'd think, Frida. Honestly, on poodles, the dirt doesn't show up as much as you'd think until it's time to take a bath, and then you're like, how come the water's brown? The dog still looks white. Our dog Cleo, she was a white standard poodle. She was an orange, like a red standard poodle when she was a puppy, and we thought we were getting like a copper-colored dog. She grew up into a straight-up white standard poodle. And that's how we had to know about dealing with her tear stains, because we found the drops you put in their water that's supposed to help with their tear stains did nothing. We used the wipes every day, did nothing. It was like soap and water and this blue tear stain gel that you had to use like once a week if we wanted to keep her looking fancy. My 3-color cat is called Cozy, short for Cosita Kinda. What does Cosita Kinda mean? It's like I manifested that. I have 3 black dogs in my life. Doesn't look like Whiskey isn't going to let me crochet her blanket. She's whipping me with her tail. They're actually the same color as Irish setters, and she said they're better for being a working dog than the blonde ones. Interesting. Do you think they could be related to Irish setters? Like, do you think there could be like a crossbreeding somewhere back in the line that made that the case? because Irish setters are like active working dogs, right? Like they're like fish catching dogs or whatever, or bird dogs. She does nose work for competition. Oh, cool. That's gotta be cute. I haven't seen a red golden retriever that I can recall. I'm sure I've seen one in my life, but I know I love how an Irish setter looks. My grandpa actually had 2 Irish setters. 2, 3. Blue and Shanty. Those were their names. And I wasn't born when that happened, but there's lots of pictures of them, and they're very beautiful dogs. Cosita linda, sorry, like cute little thing. Oh, like cute little thing, that's cute. Millicent's bathwater is yucky. Where does all the gravel come from? I know, right? Where does the gravel come from, and where does the like brown dirt come? Like it's how is the bathtub so it's so dirty when you do a dog in a bath? I mean, not Thunder. Thunder doesn't have any dirt on him ever, or at least it's so minute that you can't tell. But when I bathe my parents' dogs, it's like it holds on so well onto their fur. Thunder's hair is just straight, so it just like whatever gets on him just falls right off. He's also a very clean little pup, so he licks his feet and gets himself all nice and clean. Yeah, the white dogs somehow don't look dirty, but the water would be disgusting. The yellow tear stains were hard to get rid of. We used a baking soda white vinegar water mixture. We had our first dog was a show dog. We didn't show him. We just bought him from people who showed him. And he came with like some product for tear stains, so it was just something we had on hand. But I always found dish soap, like Dawn dish soap, got it out way easier without bugging the dog. To be fair though, all of the dogs that we've had were so tolerant with anything that like they would let me do whatever. Millicent has lots of eye goo. Ew, Ola takes care of it. Yeah, the eye goo on a dog, so gross. So gross. Thunder doesn't have eye goo so much, he just has wet eyeballs all the time, so if you come too close to him and try to give him a kiss and he like faces you wrong, you're gonna accidentally kiss a wet eyeball. I'm the booger picker off the cats and the dog. It drives me nuts if I see any. I don't get them often, but yuck. Yeah, they're super gross. Not for me. Thank you, no, thank you. Rita, what is nose work? Like sniffing. Like sniff out the something. Find the thing that you need to sniff for. Millicent is a finished service dog now. She is such a good dog. I'm glad that she passed. None of us doubted her. We knew she would pass. I don't mind doing some gross work. I don't mind doing gross work. Like, I can clean wounds. I can handle any poop accident. I can handle anything gross in ears. Like, ear grossness never grossed me out. I really don't like vomit, though. Vomit for me is like, it's where it's hard. She'll come find you when she has eye boogies. We have an official vest on the way. Oh, that's awesome. Do not pet. Working dog. Big red X crossed out. A hand with a big red X. Nose work, oh, excuse me, is finding odor. They use birch essential oil. I train her at home and she finds it every time. Such a smart little cookie. Yep, I agree, Laura. Ola takes care of that too. Scrapper, are you also a pimple popper? My best friend loves popping pimples and it's so gross. I love watching pimple popper videos. I find it calming and therapeutic. Even though it's gross. Like, I can't eat while I'm doing it because it makes me, like, doesn't make me queasy. It makes my stomach, like, feel gross, but totally I watch pimple popper videos. Shadow's health is on a slight decline. He wanted to eat in his bed, and let me tell you, his food smells vile, so I picked it up and hand-fed it to him. Hubby said, oh my god, no, oh my god, that's so gross. Hey, it's my baby. If he needs to eat out of my hand, then that's what I will do. Poor baby. Oh. Much better. Ew, using the sofa like a napkin. Our dog Louie used to do that. After a bath, he would rub his whole body. He would just walk around a sofa, rubbing his ears, his eyes, his body, his shoulders, and then he'd lie on the carpet and just rub his tummy, like crawl along the carpet. And then he would have a full-blown attack of the zoomies. My old Pitty could have been a therapy dog. He would go to the nursing home my mom was at, and all the workers would come visit him. He loved all, and nothing bothered him. Because he was raised by a good mama who taught him the rules about being a good dog. Thunder could literally never be a therapy dog. When we went and saw this house yesterday, it was far away, but the next door neighbor had a big pit bull, like the way yours looked, Lori. I don't know what they're called, but like we have multiple looking pit bulls around. Like pit bulls doesn't mean one thing here, but you know the big faced, cropped ear, the ones with the face that is so big, the big pit bull face. This one was like that. It was like your beautiful pit bull that I drew, but blonde and white. So like silvery blonde and then white on his face. And when he barked, when he saw Thunder, he went woo, 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 woo. Like literally that volume. That was it. Woo, 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 woo. Thunder obviously lost his mind. But I don't know what kind of pit bull that is. Is that a true Staffordshire Terrier, or is that a Mastiff mix thing that becomes called a pit bull? I don't know, but there's like a few different looking dogs that get called pit bull here. That was probably a friendly greeting. Well, he didn't run towards the fence. He stood right where he was, and it sounded like a friendly greeting. I was definitely not intimidated. And his tail was wagging, and he had a full tail. Weird question, does anyone have a dog or cat that uses the toilet? No. What do you think about people training their pets to use the toilet? Hey, if you don't like the smell of cat litter and you can teach your cat to not use cat litter and to just pee in the toilet and poop in the toilet, more power to you. It's just not possible with my animals. But it seems like if it works, why not? One less animal garbage to clean up. Kind of wish I would have trained my cats to poop in the toilet. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more round. 6. It's probably more people who don't know what a pit bull even is. Yeah, but you know, like there's like those pitties that just have the big smile, but then there's those pitties whose heads are like round. There's like round-headed pit bulls, and then like the muscly sort of wedge-shaped head pit bulls. They still have the big muscly head, but there's one kind that is like way more muscly in their head. So, I don't know. Pit bulls used to describe any dog with a big block head, but the real pit bulls are not so big. They're around 40-ish pounds. There are like 3 different types. I just think there's like, I guess that because people have mixed pit bulls and boxers or pit bulls and mastiffs and then bred them back to pit bulls, back to mastiffs, there's like this mixed breed that looks, when you see it, you go, pit bull. But it's not like, this dog was a clear pit bull, like a beautiful bred pit bull. Staffordshire Terrier and something else. Right. I had a cat that was dumped and he was toilet trained. I was amazed, surprised. Imagine dumping a cat that doesn't know the wilderness. It pees in a toilet? That's not a cat that's meant to be dumped. Not that any cats are meant to be dumped. God. Can you guys imagine the direction my life is going right now? Like, I want to be embarrassed, but I don't even have time to be embarrassed because I have to make the next decision every day. What's the next step? What's the next step? I keep having to take a step forward every day, even though I would really like to have like a full week hiding under my covers, doing nothing at all. But I literally can't. I'm not even able to be depressed. You know. Pics of the Swedish service dog. Let's have a look. Oh, what a handsome boy. Look at that pretty face. Ooh, nice. Assistant. No sign that says don't touch. Oh, no handling. Cool. It's a cute little vest. An assistant's dog. No reason at all to be embarrassed. You know, it's... A lot of people have said that to me in my immediate circle, and yet, definitely am. I wish I could have looked further in the future to prevent this from happening altogether, but I didn't, and I couldn't. And I know there are only whatever I can control is what I can control right now, but geez Louisa. It's just a bit much. Also, it snowed, by the way. This morning when Alex and I went outside, it snowed. I am so sorry for the lack of entertainment in this stream. I know that, like, normally I try to be up and bubbly and happy, but I'm genuinely not up and bubbly and happy, so I can't hide that. As you guys know, I can't really hide the way that I feel. It's not something that I've ever been strong at. I'm sure I will be better by Wednesday, but right now I'm feeling a little hopeless. Sometimes you just need to vent. Yeah. You couldn't have anticipated this. No one could. Honestly, no one could, because there are so many people in my family who were supportive of this idea, said it was a great way to get ahead. Seemed like a good idea. Literally no one thought this was one of the outcomes that could happen. Yeah, nope. Yep. Agreed. Sid, that's pretty much it. Nobody wanted to believe that it could be the way that it is, and now that it is known that it is the way that it is, Alex and I are going to be out of here, and it's going to be another group of people's responsibility to correct, because it's not my job to correct. Obviously, I was totally happy being above and beyond a roommate, you know what I mean? Like, I was cooking 3 meals a day, doing deliveries of pills, and vacuuming, and dusting, and washing all of the dishes, and, like, having conversation, and bringing tea 2 or 3 times a day, and, you know, like, I was doing extra, and then I was told that it was too much, so I backed off, and then the rules got a little bit stronger, like, that Alex and I shouldn't be in the kitchen, so that was difficult, but we were like, okay, we'll figure this out, and it just got harder. Oh, excuse me. Clearly they were not paying attention. Yeah. It may sound harsh, Lori, but doesn't mean it's not true. I don't think it was a lack of paying attention. I think it was a fear of action. I think it was like everybody was waiting for something, you know? Thanks for the bless yous. And that's awesome, and it's okay if it needs to be someone else. Yeah. Hey there, Sandy. And thank you for the bless yous, everybody. But yeah, it's, again, I was happy to do the above and beyond things because I'm already here, you know what I mean? And I work from home. I don't mind cooking extra. And I don't mind doing, like, light medical things. Like, obviously, I'm not a PSW. I'm not going to be doing any kind of physical care. But I can do the extra stuff, no problem. I can keep the house clean. But that was not, it didn't work. Were they waiting? I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know. It feels that way. Yeah. But it's also hard because he's a You've got a very strong personality and a very intimidating one. And I think that it's hard to, like, I don't think they've been able to separate who he was from who he is. I've seen that kind of thing happening so much. Yeah, I bet. Well, there have been a lot of conversations with me and my parents about how this will never be how it goes. Not in our circle. When help is required, help will be administered. And you will be happy about it. Louise, I have to go now. I'll see you later, I guess. Okay, sounds good. Wow, that's all I can see. Yeah, well, that was a thing. Some time ago, obviously, but that was a thing. That was a whole thing. It's not easy. None of this is easy. Like, what do you mean? I totally scrappy. It's like, what are you doing? This is not, because it's not a punishment. It's just like the next step, my dude. It was working, but you're not trained to deal with an unruly patient in ways that nursing homes are, and you don't have the wherewithal to do that. Yes, and I also am working, like that's not my full-time job. So it's difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So wondering how you feel about putting a quick note in your project with words of encouragement of how to care for the piece that you made. Okay, how so? Like how to wash it or something like that? I can add that in. I don't mind that. By the way, I've got lots of granny squares going. I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red ones, 5 green ones. We're on our way. We need 20 total. I told my mom, listen, lady, when the time comes, you have to remember how he was. Yeah, and that I said that to my parents too. I said, like, when this is like you, this is not how this is gonna be. You're gonna have to be okay with the fact that it's hard to do stuff. You can't just not do stuff because it's hard. You need help. You can't just avoid doing the things that are hard. Everything's gonna be hard at one point. Well into their 90s. Wow, one was okay with help, one was not. Yep. I love that idea, Sandy. It gives people more of an attachment to it. Like, I don't like hot dryers. Yeah. Yeah, especially when you're making stuff out of wool. Then you end up with all this damage. What's that? Oh, it's the tag. Oh, it's my headband. As someone with anxiety, it goes so far over my head not to get scared of how dangerous it gets to drive. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, it's dangerous. If you can't see. Yep. Anyway, that's what's on my mind today, is just what am I gonna do? Mom said she's going insane. Normally she works a part-time job even though she's retired, and she used to walk 6 miles a day. She's so used to doing things on her own, and now me and my brother have to baby her. Yeah, that must be difficult. But it's like, then go to therapy, you know what I mean? Like, if it's really difficult to take help, go to therapy so that you can talk to someone about how difficult it is to take help. Because you shouldn't punish the people helping you. You should be happy about the help. So if it's hard for you to accept the help and you're not happy about it, go to therapy so you could talk through what's going on that's making you feel sad. Like, those of us on the outside are like, well, of course it's because abilities are significantly reduced, but it's like not explainable. Her immune system is 0, so she had to go to the store. We have to be right next to her. Exactly. My dad hated being wet. Why are these swellings in if he died? Surgery with a surgeon for part of the artery. What? The person that asked me to make it basically jumped down my throat saying I was unprofessional. What? I had made something for someone. Cancer God was giving words of encouragement. And was giving words of encouragement and yes, how to wash it. They asked me to make it, basically jumped down my throat saying I was unprofessional. What the heck? Why? Safe place. Second guessing can drive you nuts. I do that too, but I was asked if I was a time traveler. Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. Well, thanks. But yikes. A year ago, I genuinely would not have believed you if you said this is where I would be a year later. I just wouldn't have believed that. I would have said, that's silly. No. A lot of older people don't want to go to therapy. They see it as a weakness, which is so stupid because it's not. I can't wait for my next therapist session. She's going to be like, how? We were just figuring it all out. What is happening with your life? And I'm going to be like, I know. My therapist is awesome. I like her a lot. I'm glad that she's my therapist. Let me know. What should you say, Laura? XOXO. My thoughts are they told them they had made it themselves. Let me know what, Laura. Sorry, I missed. I'm behind. They told other people that they made it themselves, and then it was actually yours? That's cringy. And they got caught for it? Lol. Also cringy. I'm in the middle of making hats for the cancer center that my mom goes to. That's nice. I'm in the middle making, to say the least, that person is no longer a friend. Yeah, I would imagine. I'm just making granny squares, because to film my next tutorial, I need granny squares. By the way, patrons, don't forget to check after the live stream today. You have access to a new video that came out for bundle dyeing and eco printing, and everybody else, that video is going to come out at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and I am going to be here for that at 9 a.m. vibe. We'll do a live premiere. I'm getting a tiny ceramic jar in the mail today. Why? First soldering liquid, but it's an old sugar bowl from the 80s getting a new life. Paid $1 for it and $5 for shipping. That's exciting. It'll hold liquid metal. It's like strong enough to hold your liquid metals. It's for soldering liquid. That's cool. They even told me and my brother they can call to offer mental health for us. That's awesome. That's a really good cancer center. I can't see any other reason why, so Dunn wouldn't love that. What? Can't see any other reason why, so Dunn. So Dunn wouldn't love that. Sandy, I'm making hats for my hospital's cancer clinic to pass out for free. I think it's wonderful to do kind deeds. That person was definitely cringy and ruined the gift by lying to someone sick. Yeah, definitely cringy. No, it will hold borax solution that you put on the spot you are soldering to keep it clean. Ceramic will be great for that. Oh, cool. Well, the more you know. Okay, let me try and read that again with someone instead. Can't see any other reason why someone wouldn't love that. Anyway. I think I'm gonna take a nap after the stream today. I'm already like exhausted just telling you the story, and I'm being vague because I don't want to like, you know, be awful. So I'm trying to be vague about it, but oh my gosh, my heart is so heavy. And my like anxiety, I took panic attack pills today so that I'm not full on freaking out. But oh my god, my panic has gotten really out of hand in a way that it hasn't in, I'm gonna say, years. Which is disappointing. So yeah, I know we gotta get out of here, but it still sucks. Laura, just love your videos. I had to let you know. Sandy, thank you. I needed to hear it because I'm feeling pretty down. The thing is that's annoying though, I'm feeling down on myself as a human being, not as an artist. Like, as an artist, I'm feeling like I'm working. I'm making videos. I'm trying to get this to be a thing that I can do. Like, this is something I like. And I want to keep doing it. So I don't feel down about that. I just feel down about like where I'm at in life right now. So I really appreciate you saying something nice about the channel because that is what I've got right now. That's what I'm holding on to. That's what I'm working at. It's just a lot, you know? Call the therapist. Already done, obviously. Unfortunately, she can't get me in for quite some time right now. I'm really sore, Laura. I'm starting to realize the heart problems I've been having the last month might be intense panic or anxiety. I know it can be really physically hard too. Yeah, well, it feels like you're having an actual heart problem, and it's not like it's in your head, it's literally in your heart. And then I take my panic attack pills, and my heart symptom goes away. So it is panic, but it's physically in my heart. Don't they say good art comes from struggles? Yes, the flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all. That's a quote. Wish me luck. I gotta pull apart my bed and see if the slat support can be fixed. Good luck, Sid. And thank you for the hugs. We'll see you on Wednesday. Or tomorrow if you want to come for the live premiere of the video. Sweetie, you're an amazing person. Thank you, Sandy. I completely understand about feeling down on yourself. Just know we're here for you and support you. I appreciate that, and I believe you. It's really good to have this support system. This community has held me up through many downs. So thank you for being here, and thank you for holding me up. Oh no, I'm still here. Oh, okay, cool. I thought you were leaving to do your bed thing. I'm a jewelry artist and my work comes mostly from curiosity. And if good art comes from struggle, you guys, 2022 art is going to be off the chain because 2021 has literally kicked my butt. I'm ready for 2021 to be over. You know? Anyway. If good art comes at a struggle, Laura's work is going to end up in museums or win competitions next year, honestly. I also deal with bipolar depression and have an awesome support system. I also use my crochet to help me through the worst parts. Bipolar, that's a tough one. I haven't really felt well since the first shot. It took a lot out of me, and the second was worse, and then I got some other influenza. Finally getting better. I'm so glad you're getting better, Frida, because honestly, that was like a long sickness. I'm relieved you're feeling better. I was worried about how bad it got. Yeah, me too, Rue. We were all locked in 2020, and this year has just been odd. I'm ready for 2021 to bring us all a sense of calm. You mean 2022? 2021 is the one that we want to end. 2020 was hard. 2021 was hard. 2022, that's the calm. No, that was Thunder. Bless you, Thunder. Bless you. Nope, doggy. Yes, 2021 needs to go. Yes. I'm ready for 2021 to be over. Please and thank you. By the way, if you haven't liked the video yet, click the like button, and if you are already clicked the like button, click the subscribe button, and if you've already clicked the subscribe button, then thank you for all the things. You're nice people. Thanks, guys. Yes, I'm definitely getting better. I'm getting a hold of how to deal with my stomach, too. That's good. Are you figuring out the safe foods to eat? Foods that don't bother you? Lol, we got an extra like, and then it immediately disappeared. No, no, no. Click the like button again. Don't click off the like button. Click it to make sure that it's liked, not disliked. Hello. The end of 19 through 21 has been a complete dumpster fire. Indeed it has. And then hit the bell. Exactly, that's the one I forgot. Hit the bell to get notified of when I go live again. But first and foremost, click that like button. I know it's the thought that counts, but I had tests at the cancer clinic and there was a basket of very poorly made scrimpy hats that made me very sad. I felt they should have been made better. Well, you can make hats then for those to replace the scrimpy ones. Come on. Sorry, I'm linking up my rows here. Since the lockdowns had been put in place, I've had to work through being afraid to go out to the stores and such. Yeah, that was a tough run when we were all scared to go outside. Yes, careful with rice. Weirdly, do not eat before bed and clean fresh food with not much chemicals. Okay. So, when you say clean fresh food, you mean like greens and like steamed carrots or that kind of stuff? See how many rounds we're at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. One more. Yeah, me too, Sandy. I was a uncomfortable person for a period of time at the grocery store. Even now, seeing people who have their mask like below their nose, I'm like, why are you in a store? Go away. I don't like that. Yeah, I felt so dramatic last year, but I hate being locked in. It was tough. Yes, cooked veggies, potatoes, bread, little pasta, carefully raw fruit and veggies too. Yeah, like specific fruits and veggies that are raw. I'm a very social person, Scrappy says, and even though I do like my alone time, I really felt forgotten about. Just like left behind in the lockdown. Dawn, I still have my groceries delivered. I only have gone to my sister's and out once. Gotta stay safe. I can't go out much either because my grandpa is very, he's unwell and he's old. So until he gets his booster shot, I have to be pretty careful with my contacts. He hasn't gotten his flu shot yet either because he has to wait to get his third booster before he gets his flu shot for some reason. So sorry, but it's time for my appointment. Just remember you're loved by us, and we are here for you. Gentle hugs and all the love possible. Sandy, thank you so much, and thanks for coming this morning. I'm glad to have you in the group. And if you're free, come by tomorrow morning to watch the premiere. If not, well, we'll be streaming again on Wednesday. So thanks for coming. And good luck at your appointment. Apples and pears are okay. Tomato and cucumber, I really hope that box of clementines will be okay. Scrappy, well, my husband still worked out of the home. My mom worked. All my friends were just either jumping ship and moving or isolating, and I truly felt alone. If it wasn't for you, your lives of Jen, I think I would have gone totally bonkers. Well, that makes me feel good too, Scrappy. I'm sorry that you, like, I think I'm an introvert or an extrovert, depending on the situation, but, like, you're clearly extroverted, and it's gotta be really tough not being able to, like, express yourself out in the world. Especially when you're used to being the social butterfly, like, you like to do things and go places and be out with people. That must have been, like, mind-numbing. Just what do you even do with your brain? Because your brain likes to be out and about with people. But I'm glad that the stream was a good outlet anyway. It's definitely been a good outlet for me in all of this. I haven't had a haircut and my bangs are long enough for a lob. My hair is to my waist. I hate it. Wow. My hair goes into a ponytail now, so it's long, but not long enough for me to get a haircut yet because I don't have the desire to go get a haircut. I do want a haircut, like, in the grand scheme of things, but right now it's long enough to go in a ponytail, which means that's how it's gonna stay. The beginning of this community was life-saving. Definitely. What? Do you want to come sit with me? Just ask. Come here. Come here. Hold on. Ugh. Alright. No, there's no food here. There's no food. No, thank you. Anyway. Cute sweater. Oh yeah, we match. He's got all the colors. See? You're so fancy, you and me, buddy. Yeah, he's got a cute sweater. It's cold out now. There's snow on the ground. I met Jenna here. We literally talk every day now if we don't hear from each other. We do a quick check-in just to say hi. That's nice. I'm glad that you were able to make friends on the stream. That makes me feel good. Because it's a community, an active community of people who make stuff, which is awesome. Just had your first one, Katina. Now I'm scared to get the second one. I work in healthcare and I had it twice. I hate living in fear. Just get the second one when you can. It's just not worth the fear of the long-term problems. You got actually sick twice. How did you not get your first shot when you first got sick? I feel like the minute I got sick the first time, I would have been like, God darn it! And then I would have got vaccinated. Will you show how to make the next granny square? Yes, I'm going to show how to make this granny square for the tutorial on the stocking, you know? I'm just doing these practice granny squares so I can get a bunch out of the way because I have to make 20 for the project. The project requires 20 granny squares, so I have to do that first. I was all productive this morning and took pictures of all those rings I made. Well done. Now I just have to put it through Photoshop and then onto the Shoppity Shop. That's exciting. That's really good. Scrappy and Katina, the second is worse. At least it was for me, but just take care and it'll be done. Yeah, and it'll be done, and then you'll feel a little bit safer out and about, you know? Even went crazy when we lost more souls this year than last year, and the year isn't over. Keep my diabetic and asthmatic self inside. Smart idea. better to not have extra threats against your health and safety. My fridge looks insane. We did all the shopping for Thanksgiving. And nothing more can fit in it. What channel is it on? I look up Last Minute Laura and only the lives show up. Oh, I haven't done it. Oh, I haven't done the tutorial yet for the granny square. It's when I'm making the stocking. That's when I'll show the tutorial for the granny square. It's going to be a double tutorial. So you'll get a tutorial for the granny square. Sorry, let me double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. It's not there yet. No, I don't have any tutorials for it yet until this tutorial is finished, which is going to take me at least a couple more days, but it's going to be coming out in December because it's a Christmas tutorial, or it's going to be. You like that one? I prefer the dark green one better for Christmas colors, but it'll be cute. And then they'll all be, no, I can't find any tutorial. Yeah, I don't have a tutorial yet at all, so I don't know what about for a granny square tutorial that would work for you, but I will be putting out a tutorial when I make my granny square stocking. Thanks, Jules. Julia's my little sister. My hair's greasy, but I put on under eye concealer. I've already cried during this stream though, so that probably is helping making me look a little bit more flushed. I don't know how to do that. 1 minute. I decided old jacket, new hat. Ola got new coat instead. He really needed it. Now he has to go to work in town again in a fancy black wool coat. Very handsome. That's awesome. Do I have my phone nearby? Kind of. I don't remember any of my things. Should be at work right now, but I needed 1 more day to feel 100% again, spending the day cleaning on and off. Well, you should come over and rescue me. For love. Been fighting against the friends who have decided it's all over, so let's party. They just seem crazy to me. My lovely church was even sharing a communion cup with everyone. Oh my god. That's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. It's not over yet, people. Okay, I don't know how to get into my PayPal right now. So I'm gonna have to, oh, maybe if I check the link in the description of my video, I'll be able to see it. Bear with me, people. Nope, can't access it. I'm gonna need Alex's help. Julia should go over and rescue her for a bit. Yeah, really. The same communion cup with 36 people, that's Julia to the rescue. You guys, I'm actually feeling like, meh. So if it's alright with you, I'm gonna go now, probably to my sister's house, just to hang out there while she cleans. But I love all of you, and I really appreciate you listening to me making all kinds of sadness, and I'm going to go get some fresh air. I'm going to take Thunder with me. Let's check the Discord. Oh, beautiful yarning Discord. And Scrappy, I will check. Thank you. It's all going to be okay. I know it's all going to be okay. But thanks for listening today, guys. I'm sorry it was a downer. On Wednesday, I'll be back up. I know I will. So I love you guys. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much to my patrons for supporting me on Patreon. And to all of those who support me by clicking like and subscribe and leaving comments, I do appreciate all of you. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.